Welcome to Westbridge Hills 22. I am Black Hat FS, and this is our Use Machinery Challenge. We are back on our Use Machinery Challenge. This is Westbridge Hills. Something really weird's just happened when I've come back onto the map. So I was recording on it yesterday. Everything was fine. I've come back onto the map and got into this tractor here. Firstly, all the gears are different. This might be a patch that everyone knows about, right? And because I haven't been able to get on the game and get recording as much, I'm not aware of this. But it wouldn't let us move the tractor. It was just stuck in neutral. Neutral was the only gear option. Didn't matter if you were wanting to be a manual, it didn't matter if you were in automatic. Neutral was the only option, so it would just flash and you wouldn't go anywhere. I'm going to show you an example of it because I think the way I've got round it is I've reset it. But there was this one here did the same. There, see how it's in neutral there? If you switch it on, now it's worked. Oh my god. Absolutely typical. Right, well that didn't happen on this the 7810. You were just stuck in neutral, you couldn't go anywhere. So I don't know when that's changed. When has it gone to ABC and then 4 at the top? Has that just happened? Because like I said, I know I haven't been on it much lately, unfortunately, but it wasn't like that beforehand. Right, anyway, we have the extractor, and the reason we have this is I need to unhook that. Kind of by default, to be honest. I kind of made a mistake in the fact that you'll have seen on the there was a time lapse beforehand, because I'm going to try to keep the finish of this series in 3 episodes. So there was a time lapse beforehand. You see us making all these grass bales, and then I was probably about halfway around and I thought these bales are too big, and I went and checked, and yep, the 240cm bales, the massive ones, the what we still had the I need the thing on, help window. We still had the baler set for when we did our straw and hay the last time round. So we were kind of restricted in what we were able to use. Stop engine. Right, is that just ready to go? I seem to remember it being more difficult last time. Right, let's take this back down here. Yeah, so that's why we've ended up with the extractor, which I don't mind because we haven't used it on this series. In fact, I think we've only used it once in 22, haven't we? Which was on Carmston. And even then I think we only used it a couple of times, didn't we? So I'm not bothered about that at all. I've brought the telehandler over as well. Ditch that there. Get the telehandler. See, that just goes to drive. That's how the gear should have been. I wonder if that's just an update on them particular mods. Because when I came back on yesterday, there was loads of updates, not for the game but for different mods. So I wonder if that's been the case. It's been rubbish being here, but not to have been able to get back on the game as much. But just life and all that. Right, I think if we put it in this way from the back. Can't remember how best it worked last time. Whether it was feeding it from the side or feeding it from the back. Is that gonna work? Yes. Oh, that's easy enough. Do you know, in a future series, it might be worthwhile investing in one of these, because they are quite cheap. And if you can find a bit of land like this, or even going across the top or whatever, it's quite a good idea, isn't it? You only have to open so many at a time, if you want. I mean, what I could do, which would be even quicker, would be to go and use the auto loader and go and stack them up the top of here. That would be loads quicker. I'll keep loading them for now, but whoa, where's that going? Right. Does this not like... I wonder if it doesn't like the bank. I might have to put it going across the top there. That might be a better way of doing it. I mean, there would be some weight in it, like, wouldn't there? It's not bang into the big M. Right, does this get pushed backwards, or does the stuff get pushed outwards? I can't remember. We'll find out. And by stuff I mean bales. I think the extractor itself might get pushed backwards as it goes along, which would be an issue. Wait, is that moving? No. I'm hoping these... How many days does this normally take? Does it normally take about 3 days on this map? Because our last actually in-game day should be one of the days in December, because that's when corn's at its highest price, or joint highest price, I think. So we need these fermented before then, because it's going to be worth a hell of a lot of money. Right, I think getting the autoloader will be the most sensible solution. Because if I'm driving to like every corner of this field, because it is quite a big grass field as well, it's going to take us forever. Right, let's knock that off a second. We'll run over and get the class. Oh, while we pass, you'll see this field here. I've not weeded it, but I've been over it with lime, and then we've put soybeans in it. It doesn't need fertilising because it's soybeans, but it does need lime in it. Not lime. It does need weeding. And that was just to try to help the environmental score. Has it touched it? So it's brought it up by 1 compared to what it was when I was working on it. But we still need to be higher than that. I don't know what's keeping it so low. Maybe this grass field or whatever. But by the time we come to sell the corn in December, I want our environmental score well up there. Right. And I don't see why it shouldn't be either. It seems to be unnaturally low at the minute, because the fields I've got, other than this grass field, there's nothing wrong with them. So I don't understand why it's so low. This is such a better idea. There is future episodes that not episodes that we do, future series that we do, we're going to ban these. These autoloads. Because they're just too easy, aren't they? I mean, I know in things like roleplay, we wouldn't use them anyway. But I mean, even just in our normal sort of let's plays, I think we'll put a ban on them. Already been recording 12 minutes. I bet that time lapse was at least a minute long as well. Right, if I put them over this side, then it'll be nice and easy just to pick off. So I'll put them there. We will jump out of there for now, and then I'll show you just how much easier it's going to be. He says. I wonder if I can put 2 in at a time. Should we try that? I don't know if it might be too heavy. Oh, we can just pick one up. That'll work as well. There we go. Right, how much quicker is this going to be? That's loads better, isn't it? Oh, we've got 2 this time. Typical 2 when I didn't even aim to get 2 off. Whoa, 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 that is heavy. Right, we'll get these on. We'll not push the extractor. I tell you what, one at a time is just going to be the way ahead, isn't it? They're both going to come off, yes. And I think that one will just feed. I've done that before. It just dropped behind, doesn't it? Okie doke, right. I'm going to finish loading all these on, because as you can see, it's going to take absolutely ages. I think, to be honest, it might even go into the next day. I'm not going to put time lapse on because we've already had one. So, we'll come back, hopefully, when there's a huge line of silage all the way up the other end of the field. Sound below. We've picked up the last ones. How many we've got in there? 5. Another 5 to go through. You'll see that we I don't think I did it on camera. We changed where the extractor was sat. I think it would have been better placed there. I totally forgot that it gets pushed backwards. I was thinking the bales get pushed out rather than the extractor itself, so right. I have no idea how many we've got. I certainly haven't been counting. The other interesting thing is going to be is whether I can just go around and use the autoloader to pick them up while it's in this state. Like, I'll wait until they're fermented, but is that something we'll be able to do if I just sort of ride straight up the line? Will it pick them all up? Or will it allow it if I open them all up once they're fermented? Will it allow us to do it then? Which would be ideal if it does. Just put that on top of that. I wonder if, because I've went overnight, yeah, they're 29% already, whereas these are going to be a day behind. It's unfortunate. Right, last one. I remember the one fell off. Must have been I picked it up. Right, we are sorted. Let's get that pushed off. Yeah, in a future series we will definitely make more use of these. I really like them. They do take a bit more work than just going around and wrapping them, but I'll turn this off. But it's something different, isn't it? And I do like them. This actual episode, we're not going to do that much more in this episode. I want to go down, we're going to have a look, see when we can get the best price for wool and the best price for eggs, because we've got them to sell. And we've also got, not a load, but we've got some fabrics to sell. We're going to end up, when we leave the series, it doesn't really matter, but there's going to be loads of wool left over in that, in our spinnery. Because we just filled it, didn't we? We took an absolute load up, knowing that we would never have to put any in again, because just how long it takes for the fabric to, I'll need the other trailer, how long it takes for the fabric to be created. It takes such a long time. Right, get that dropped off and get this one picked up. We obviously you'll be able to see we're into November now, which means our other cornfield that's ready to harvest. We won't be doing that in this episode. That'll be in the next one. I'll tell you what I want to do as well, which I might go and do now. I'll just leave that there. Let's have a look for prices. So wool is, well, we're well off that. We'll just sell the wool whenever doesn't really matter. Eggs is now. Tell you what, let's get these loaded up and we'll go and sell them. We may as well. There's no reason not to, is there? Oh my god. I'm not going to have to take this long doing all these. Load them on from the side. See if that'll be a bit quicker. Yes, it will. I wonder if the wool will go to the same place. I didn't even have a look, actually. So it does, I can get some of that on here as well. Strapped on. Right, I'll get these finished. 2 secs. I think we might as well put these on as well. It'll be the last, probably the last lot we take, to be honest. I've just looked, and the price is like, because it didn't acknowledge the first time round. The price is like mega high compared to what it should be. So we'll go to. We obviously can't go to the bakery because we own that, but we'll go to Johnson's Farmers Market, and we might as well put some wool on as well, because why not? I mean, we've got loads of it. We've stacked it all in here. I mean, this is probably where we could have done with an auto stacker as well, isn't it? Because what I'm thinking is, if we get this done in this episode, that means in the next episode we'll be able to get the corn harvested. I could even leave it until... No, we won't. I was going to say I could leave it to in-game December, but we won't. We'll get the corn harvested. We will sell that field, which hopefully will improve our score. Still only 72. Hopefully improve our environmental score, then we will get a lot more for the corn. I have no idea, by the way, what when we're going to start a sort of new series, or what would be a third series, because we've got 3 going at the minute. I think certainly for the next month or so we'll only be on Attingham for the roleplay and back on No Man's Land, which I'm hoping, if I can get the final episode of this one recorded. This is the Saturday now. I don't know what it's like, Saturday the 22nd or something like that. If I can get that recorded over this weekend, even tonight possibly, then I'm hoping to get back on No Man's Land this weekend, because it's been so long since I've been on it. And out of all of them, that survival let's play on No Man's Land's just... that's my favourite one, basically. I'll absolutely adore it. Stacked this a bit quicker than I thought. I know there's still a few left. But it hasn't took too long. We should make some decent money out of this as well. With the eggs being at such a high price. I know the wool's obviously not as high as it could be, but rough with the smoother, etc. I feel like this wool, we've actually done alright just throughout the sort of series. Is that staying on there? No. I feel like the wool's been a bit of a decent earner because we've sold it a few times, haven't we? And then we've put the money in for fabric as well. Which, to be honest, I could do with going up and having a look, see what price we're on for fabric as well. Have we already passed it? I feel like we've already passed it. Won't be all the way down there, will it? But there we are. Ah, it's well down. It's going to be higher in December, so we'll sell the fabric when we sell the corn. And it'll give us another month of producing some more. Right, might as well take this last bit as well. No reason not to. I think wool in general, so because I'm thinking of No Man's Land as well. I think wool in general's been decent in the game. I know there was a point in FS19 where it was ridiculous, wasn't it? Wool. Well, saying that, and eggs. But yeah, it seems to make us quite a bit of money. And you have to think on No Man's Land as well, we're on the hard economy. It's because you don't need to do anything, isn't it? Oh god, this is heavy. You don't need to do anything with it. It's once you get the sheep, as long as you've got even a relatively small grass field, you're absolutely fine. Right, over 17,000 litres of... I'm slowing down now because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to go sideswipe one of them cars. There we go. 17,000 litres of wool, nearly 30,000 litres of eggs. That is going to be good. We're going to get a lot of money off that. I wonder if they'll both go for the same place. Because at Johnson's Farmers Market there's 2 different sell points, isn't there? Right, anything coming? No. Let's go. Right, I'm going to see. I think it might be this one here that they're both going to go from. Right, well, something's going. I mean, already I can see that this is going to be good. 102,000 plus nearly 7 grand. So you're looking at 109 grand there. We've just made out of that. That is absolutely unbelievable. Right, that is where we'll leave it for today. We've got quite a lot to tie up. If we're looking at only making one more episode to finish off on, we might end up having to do 2, but I'm hoping it's just going to be 1. So we need to harvest this field. Oh, by the way, we sold field number 9, didn't we? The AI is only going to put sugar beet in it. Can you imagine doing that field with sugar beet? Oh my word, it would go on for hours and hours and hours. You would literally be there, I think, well into 6 hours doing that. Right, so we need to harvest this one next. We need to put fertilizer down on here, and then it's just selling everything off after that. Well, not everything. Like, we'll keep the we'll keep what we started with, but selling whatever's left over, the fabric, the corn, the wheat, whatever we've got basically. So that's for the next one. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again later.